teasing a dog. Portrait portfolio. Caroling with people. Taking a break. Jasmine smell. Cold water. Corduroy pants in your drawer. Carefully putting down a small baby. Kickball. Transportation system. Calculus class test. Bovine. Career guidance. Leaving Las Vegas the movie. Putting down a chair. Taking time to see your grandma. Left-handedness. The number 3000. Cake stall. Cord. Feeling blue-ish in the springtime. Taking a dog for a walk to a park. Lamborghinis. Crepe stall run by a French person. Paper mache camel. Camouflage pants. Leaking from the butt. Terrifying news. 69ers. Seventh-day Adventists. The people of Mongolia. The letter D. Q, the character from James Bond films. Fridge light. Beads. Being careful because of someone who is sleeping. Taking a walk for a good cause. Smelling a sponge. Expressing a truism. Being proud of yourself in the dark. Lesbians in the dark. Channeling a dead, loved relative. A beatdown. Polka dot dress. Yellow fever. Pythagoras' theorem. Clear sunny days. Coke bottle glasses. Eating a cake for charity. Poking a cat. Cushions. Creating a new style of tango. Blood brothers. Eating a mango. Chewing on a pip. Looking at your dad's shoulder blade. Taking a friend to the aquarium. High-fiving your mom. Looking at marbles. Cheesesteak. Porta potty smell. Categories from Scattergories. Lunch with the president of Iran. Looking at an older woman who used to be in a TV series. Winking. Belching loudly. Breaking a family heirloom. Cardboard cutout of you. Swimming in a lake. a bigger, really big cushion. Stairway to heaven. Light bulb heat. Reflections. Clouds carefully stepping over a person who you don't want to wake. Looking over at a person you once knew. Taking time off. Flying. Sitting down. Seeing someone that you've never seen before. Cartoon of a pig. Squealing. Carrying a knife. Taking turns on a pogo stick. Family values. Juggling. Career suicide. Having a beard in the summer. Not having any butt cheeks. Waving to someone special. Eating a dog's food. Lunging at someone. Grabbing a piece of rope from a box. The smell of cumin. The number 0.1. Having your hands on your hips. Throwing a frisbee to your grandpa. Climbing on someone's back, door, porch. Spinning around screaming. Rubbing your hands along a piece of wood. Getting a coward's lunch. Digital numbers. Peace on earth. Vacuum cleaning a lounge room. Poor people's shoes. Putting your arm up and smelling the pit. Going outside and seeing a puddle. Climbing over a wall. Having a toothache. Beginning something that you're never going to finish. Clapping loudly in a nursery. Picking up a small pot plant. Mousepad. Bleeding elbow. Cheese on food. Making jelly babies in a factory. Gracing you with my presence. Blood brothers in arms. Grabbing somebody by the scruff of their neck. Picking up the pegs from a campsite. Finding $1. Juicing carrots. Dog meat. The number 85. Choosing someone at the game kickball. Walking over to a statue. Feeling pretty fine, thank you very much. Whacking yourself. Jizzing on a pot plant. Fellowship. Bronze medallions. Corn on the cob in the fridge. Looking at a lunatic. Averting a disaster. Performing a play about suicide. Cleaning a vase. potpourri, cold water shower, beef, sleepy time during the day, jumping over a bit of rope, caring for a sick baby, watching the Lakers play, having a really good time with your mom, taking turns washing the dishes, sticking to a routine, lifting your leg up, running cold water over a burn. The letter C, the letter C. Sound insulation fibers, dust particles, lake monsters, reading a book to a child, keeping in touch with your housemate, having hairs growing on your neck, being from Mongolia, over-enthusiasm, killing a person by strangling them, having a wet t-shirt competition, trying to educate your son, cramping up in your leg, bead necklace, poor person's values, keeping a thing that someone lent to you, the DVD of Austin Powers, carrots for dinner, cropping a photo on Photoshop, choosing a place to have dinner, spork, power wrestling, juggling knives to impress a girl, nuts and bolts in a bag, the handle on a door, a screw in a wall, a windowsill, a box filled with magazines, a pig that is your friend, dinosaurs, remembering being a child, thrusting yourself through the air, having a really good time with your brother, lifting something up to see what's underneath it, grabbing a bunch of knives and putting them in your pockets, grabbing a sponge and wetting it with warm water and soap, grabbing your friend's hand and shaking it too much, being a politician, folding up a bunch of chairs and then stacking them neatly, hearing a sound of a screaming baby, flapping your arms like they are wings, being enthusiastic about a film, carrot dip, pleading for mercy, jousting, climbing a rope, hurling yourself at a wall, feeling particularly noisy, looking at a painting that was painted by Dali, putting both hands flat against someone's face, keeping up with a buddy that you run with frequently, being slightly elevated. Pythagoras' theorem discovery. Working something out from first principles. Having water in your mouth. The sensation of itchiness. High-fiving an old person's foot. Picking up a crab and putting it in your shorts. Pocket full of change. Plastic. Manufacturing. Ocean pollution. Handful of dust. Buying twine. Carrying a bag full of groceries. Jumping over the cracks. Manufacturing pavement. Digging up a body. Doing jumping jacks. Kicking a salamander. Growing a wart. Feeling fantastic about a book that you just read. Becoming a published author. Grime under your toenails. Catapulting yourself over a wall. Taking a sensation and interpreting it into words. Hurting your eyes. Being impressed by something someone said who you didn't like before. Climbing a fence. Digging a hole through to the other side of a fence. Bleeding from the mouth into a jar. Touching someone on the shoulder with your elbow. Going into the kitchen. Keeping friends close and enemies closer. Mr. Burns. Jasmine-scented shoe polish. Having a day with your girlfriend. Being naked around your whole family. Positive attitudes about bear attacks. Being from Brazil. Carrying a whole bunch of spoons. Doing a magic trick. Feeling up a nun. Championing a cause that is close to your heart. Hugging a leper. Making a move on a really close friend of the same sex. Taking sides in a war. Being a virgin. Having loads of posies. Pickpocketing a rich person. Going to California. Feeding off the scraps that a shark leaves behind. Being a porcupine. Taking it easy on your day off. Being able to mow a lawn because you have the time. Saying sensational things about a cause, and those things you say are lies. Making up stories to impress a girl. Saying fabulous a lot. Digging up a time capsule. Having extremely dry lips. Piecing together a puzzle that was given to you by your mom on your 5th birthday. The overarching story of a long television series. Armor. coins, putting on a seatbelt, being from Malaysia, taking a dip in the ocean, slapping on a shirt, seeing if there are any predators around, forgetting about a birthday that was reminded to you minutes ago, having really dry heels, the number -7, feeling pretty all right about something you saw, being in a tug of war, carrying a penguin, saving a soldier, car crashes, Cool Runnings, the movie, not being able to put your pants on because you've become too fat, having a crick in your neck, cold orange juice on a hot day, feeding out of a feed bag, having dementia, putting your fingers in a pig's nostrils, brushing your teeth, sitting on a couch, opening a door with your foot, jumping on a big couch, clearing your throat, working for a company for 25 years, being a truck driver, relieving yourself, staying with a partner, rubbing the ground, treachery, bowling pins, flapjack party, the air that rushes past your face when you jump off a building, seeing a blind person, looking out of a peephole, putting on a winter jacket, Grease, being slightly bald, giving someone a noogie, taking your next door neighbor to a football game, salamanders regrowing back a limb, crepes for dinner, taking mouthwash out of the packet and putting it in your mouth, wrapping up a present for your mom, sweaty palms, calling yourself a genie, having someone clean your lamp, pooing in a bucket, going to church, gasping for air, looking into a box, making a salad for two, bulldozing down a house, buying a piece of property, sex with your sister, folding a bunch of clothes and putting them in a bag, wearing a cape, taking a nap at 2:02, eating nothing but corn for a week, the feeling you get when you jump off a step, looking into the eyes of someone and feeling awkward, having a funny laugh, going to a concert, being a philosopher in ancient Greece, going to a tutorial, making butter for friends, taking cream and putting it on a scone, opening up a box and taking the documents out of it, rubbing your hands on a tea towel, taking a pig and putting it in an abattoir, rattling, jade, perfume manufacturer, sleeping with your boss's daughter's friend, grabbing a buddy by the neck and scruffing his hair, Keeping Up with Appearances, the television series, grasping for anything, trying to take a shit, feet, spitting at someone you really love, drinking a bottle of Coca-Cola, twisting off the top of a salsa jar, running your hands through your mom's hair, spending time with a guy called Carl, bleeding from your gums because you ate cereal, breathing in cold, refreshing air, climbing to the top of a jungle gym, fabricating cardboard, cutting down an electrical pole, being an electrician, going to TAFE, portraying someone in a film, handing somebody a steamed bun, blindfolding yourself, scratching your back. 2013, eating a really unripe avocado, seeing your parents watch a sex scene on TV, removing all expectations, touching skin on skin, making a hot chocolate sundae, boulders, poutine, being a champion, being from Asia, laughing out loud at a film that isn't funny, jumping into a pond, having algae touch your feet, being impressed by someone, making things more difficult for yourself by carrying around a bag all the time, laying underneath something, the feeling you get when you spit on your mom, parking lot, fudging results, breathing shallowly, motorcycle sound, walking along the street, having a friend who is a chef, going to a park and seeing a dog, licking a muffin, choosing a block of cheese, thriftiness, excusing yourself from a dinner date, putting your hand on the small of someone's back, the band Regurgitators' song Polyester Girl, making brief encounters with pugs, being grief-stricken, radio, wires, the taste of dirt, cool ocean breeze, sandals, curly hairs on your back, being from Malta, broad beans, pavement manufacturing in a poor country. Knowing where the remote is. Feeling everything there is to feel. Singing a song about a dead person. Clapping along to a song. Fingernails. A TV clip show. Having a long career in the arts. Boasting. Suit pants. Zooper dupers. Homecoming party for Jesus. A guardian angel. Reading a newspaper. Jazzing something up. Feeling crazy. Sitting down under a bridge. Having difficulty opening a can. Clapping for your dog. Chasing away a raccoon. Wondering who's next. Lowering your expectations till you have no expectations. Combing your hair. Letting your hands feel a breeze. Lesbian love. Regular cup of tea. Caramel sundae from McDonald's. Jumping up and down and saying what? Running your hands through a stranger's hair. Feeling okay about pretty much everything. Putting your arms up and making a cross symbol with your body. The symbol for boron. The number 122. Christmas time in the Northern Hemisphere. Fabricating a dwarf poster. Making out with an old person in the sun. Seeing someone that you once knew and then going up to them and saying hello. Getting a knife stuck in your hand. Having a mouthful of bread. Portuguese people. Dirt under your fingernails. Chemistry. Sleeping really soundly. Having a t-shirt wear out. Colgate. Cooperation making it happen. Hearing something in the distance. Burritos. Not looking at something. Being vague. Being careful about saying everything. Tiptoeing. Riding a roller coaster as a form of transport. Holes in buildings. Seeming going out into the desert. Making time for your children. Clapping along to a poem. Wondering why you didn't get that thing. Looking at insulation. Thinking about frogs. Dust particles in your eyes. Allergic reaction to peanuts. Feeling that everything is very difficult. nozzles, portraits of people, looking, gathering evidence, being an important part of a corporation, feeling hot, looking attractive, pumpkin seeds, vagina juice, high ceilings, listening to someone sneeze, gorillas in the mist, taking time out for breathing, running your hands along wood grain, shaking yourself till you're warm, making a cup of tea for a buddy, jumping into a pool and breaking your neck, laying down on some cold cement, being in front of curtains, looking at a pup, jumping up and down until you hurt your leg, the smell of a sink, opening a book to page 32. Craftiness, watching The Simpsons, performing a play for the Melbourne Theatre Company, going outdoors for the first time in years, dictatorships in poor countries with lots of oil, dust particles on your skin, looking at a wire for about 30 seconds, making a bed for a visitor, sweating profusely during the winter, opening the front door and being greeted by a dog, driving to work, looking for love in all the wrong places, saying the word lasso, alliteration, feeling up a priest, ragu, mushed up corn, clearing the gunk out of your eyes, having an oral sensation, out-of-body experiences, poutine on a winter's day, going back home for the winter, sleeping with your boss, chewing on some rope, the number 12.2, being really focused, knowing that everything's going to be okay, coping with everything, barbecue, pools, listening in on a conversation, burping a little bit in your mouth, wearing a dress for a really nice occasion, making a building out of cardboard, putting on a show for your parents, having a good time in France, writing something down, being someone's teacher, constipation, participating in a fun run, raising a city. Nicolas Cage films. Bleeding from your heel. Crapping on a dog. Taking out the garbage and having garbage water drip on your feet. Going and visiting your parents. Sleeping in a bed. Owning lots of stuff. Going bodyboarding. Shellfish. Being mysterious. Capricorns. Sludge pile. Ninja Turtle villain. Cityscape. Careers in box manufacture. Races. Writing things on Facebook. Cool Ridge water bottles. Art house films. Bottlenose dolphins. Feeling up a dog's hind legs and getting sexual gratification from it. Grabbing a bull by the horns. Ground. Looking up. Slapping together a sandwich. Seeing something and realizing you need to pee. Coping with the death of a loved one on Saturday. Little green lights. Toenail clippings in an inappropriate place. Being slightly higher than your girlfriend. Flying to Mars. Being an underwater explorer. Making a pontification. Zed. Zebra. The time that Jesus was alive. Arguing with people on the internet. A zebu. Poorly manufactured goods. Keyring. Francis Ford Coppola. Having children. Letting go of a grudge. Carrying a friend to work. Making up a story about why you weren't at work today. Holding down a person. Coping with stress. Running really fast towards a bus. Laziness in mammals. Saying the word folding. Car wreck. Piece of pie. Lacking enthusiasm for many things. Being an autodidact. Todd Sampson. Trying to look under a door. Blood bank employee. Fingerprints. Sneaking a peek at some cleavage. Using a jetpack to fly over a mountain. Going to Japan. Being interested in things. Playing snooker with your best friend. England. Revolving doors in buildings. Doing a somersault. Barefoot walking. Looking at some gravel. Clamping up some wood. Chopping up carrots for gazpacho. Incorrectly making a martini. Taking a sandwich to a party. Soaking some bread in vodka. Looking at a person and thinking they're fat. Taking a dive into a sand pit. Fixing your watch. Gears. People magazine. Rasputin. Wondering what happened to a band you once knew. Saving yourself for marriage. Being very sleepy in a tutorial. Saying fuck that. Laughing at someone hurting themselves. Keeping a coloring book in your drawer. Clapping loudly because you feel like it. Falling. The act of sleeping soundly through lots of noise. Putting something in the bin. Book tour. A person called Jasmine. A light fixture. 86. Corny attitude towards comedy. Dust gathering in a nook. Sleepy Jackson. Feeling a breeze through your toes. Looking at an illustrator. Camping with a dog. Having a sheep as a best friend. Making people think that you're a pilot. Breathing heavily onto someone. Sexual intercourse in a lift. Cutting up strawberries. Having a boat but not telling anybody about it. Looking over a crest. Beating up a dog. Saying the word dog. Listening to your favorite song on a Discman. Having a stall for crepes that goes out of business. Building something out of recycled materials. Grabbing onto someone's arm and them asking you to stop. Singing "Hello, My Baby." Your girlfriend's mom. Dryness. Salivating because you hear a bell ring. Being a physicist in France in 1983. Building something that is super long. Things that are too big to carry in utes. Cleaning a mat. performing surgery on a dog, looking lovely, deeds, being at war with Australia, desert, cold water tap handle being loose, saying, "What's that person?" Never forgetting to scratch your nose. Walking into a room and smelling muffins. Taking your friend to the store and asking him to buy you a mango. Seeing someone for the first time wearing glasses. Meat processing plants. Having somebody look at you and know that they judged you. Leaves changing color. Corn on the cob manufacturer. Sleeping in a small town. Being able to see air. Wheat. Being intolerant. Never leaving a party. Grabbing your friend and twisting them. Eating a Mars bar with a knife and fork. Slapping someone on the thigh. Coaching a football team. Sweat beading. 14.9. Letting loose. Revealing a secret. Driving a car into a tree. Telling someone you did poo-poo. Car wash the movie. Being really nude in the middle of an important business meeting. Going to the Sochi Winter Olympics. Stray dogs. Building a road to your house. Being from a weird religion. Associating with psychopaths. Cheese grater smell. Cold water from the fridge in a warm glass. Making butter and calling it cream. Seeing a person who you see every day and not feeling anything. Crab claws, wearing mittens. Never mind the buzzcocks. Revealing yourself to a group of people. Building something because you care about it. Telling people you're a Christian. Seeing a snake. Wattle trees. Bones in fish. Laugh-o-meter. Senor Ding Dong from The Simpsons. Pulling your hand out of some muck. Reflecting for a really long time about Buddhism. Portraying someone in a film about feelings. Really caking something on. grabbing a fridge, taking a bucket of water to a village of poor people, wearing a dog costume, climbing out of a hole, receiving a text message during a business meeting, keeping fish fresh, standing up for what someone else believes in, bullfrogs in your house, carpet remnants, making a decision with your wife, slapping your husband, jizzing on carpet, putting other people first, looking into a house through a window, bad air, Kool-Aid mixture, marketing campaign, fur socks, sleeping with the lead singer of a band, chameleons, breezy times, touching the hinge of a door, smelling a cat's butt, cyclones, fridge magnets, wearing floaties, seeing a Chinese restaurant, being from another country that has a lot of oil, going outside and running until you hurt yourself, inflating a bike tire, taking knives to a gunfight. Old people smell. Keeping the fridge door closed at all times. A ladies' lounge. Making signs for a living. Being completely bored. Looking at a neck and thinking it's a leg. Chopping up capsicum. Clearing a table. Pushing over a dog. Grabbing somebody's back legs and walking them around like they're a wheelbarrow. Crouching. Feeling something on your leg but not being able to reach it because you're wearing a cast. Closed captioning something. Working for a television station. Looking at a cloud and thinking that it looks like an ape. Being a documentary filmmaker. Porcelain. Having a sexually transmitted disease on your mouth. Taking someone to the supermarket for avocados. Recognizing yourself in a film character. Championing a cause that is all about diabetes. Singing karaoke. Giving someone a parking ticket. Climbing into a really tall pool. Cleaning a fish. Scaling down a model. Breaking up with your best friend. letting go of the biggest thing you've ever held on to. Character development in a TV series, and moisture.